actions that you must avoid in order to get unexpected yield this season. Avoid these 5 actions that limits your profit and productivity. If you must get everything to work for you, you must take note of these action and mind how you do them and restructure your life in order to make tremendous progress. By God's grace, in today's video, I want to open your eyes to a dimension that is very, very important to each and every one of us that will help many things to work for you, not just about the dimension I want to talk about. And if only you can follow me to the end of this video, you will understand this dimension, you begin to use it, and then you see your life blossoming in another dimension. So welcome once again to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important variables which actually help safety and spirituality. Believe me, if you can understand and apply these 3 correctly in your life, the sky will not be your limit, it becomes your starting point. If this is the very first time you're landing in this channel, you're highly welcome. Please do it to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so that YouTube will always notify you once I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, God bless you. I love you so much for always stopping by. For my new timers, if you are looking for any video, just type Jenny Action TV slide the keyword in that video, like 5 actions. I have a lot of 5 actions that pertains to a lot of things like finance and other things in this channel, that when you understand some of these actions, your life will transform. So just write Jenny Action TV /5 action. You get some of these actions, you begin to put it in your life will transform. So without actually wasting your time, let's delve into the video. You know, like I normally tells you one thing, that spirituality is a lifestyle. Because we human beings are more of spiritual being than physical being, because we human beings are tripartite being. We have the body that houses the soul and the spirit. So if the soul and the spirit that are invisible are 2 and just body is 1, know that our level of spirituality is more than the physical, and spiritual rules the physical. And this will tell us that if we harness our spiritual part, that is, we take more care of our spiritual life better, there is no how we will not make tremendous progress. Before I list out these 5 actions, something motivated me to want to make this video. Something happened yesterday. I needed something. So, like a spiritual person I am, one mind led me to go and use cassava leaf and saint leaf to do a kind of spiritual work together. I have never combined these 2 leaves before, neither have I batted, but that yesterday I said I'm going to bat it. So when I get that leaf, when I went to a kind of get the leaf, I talk to it, I say, listen to me, cassava. I first of all use a kind of touch the leaves like I'm playing with it, let it know that there is somebody that have come there. Believe me, everything in this earth, especially those things called living things, are living indeed. They are being, they have ear, they have mouth, they communicate, they see everything. So after I play, I say, I want to use you for so thing, please work for me. I now fetch 7 leaves I need. I have 7 a kind of leaves in it, because if you want to use cassava leaf, the best is to get the one that is odd number, not even number, that their hands that is like this. If you know cassava leaf, then I go to St. Leaf. First of all, pour it water like I am watering it, caring for it. I say, please, I want to use it for a particular thing, work for me. So I now went and squeezed it. As I was squeezing, I say, see, as I am squeezing you now, you are like becoming uncountable as a PCC. That is how I want what I want to be uncountable. Believe me, when I finished that thing in the morning, I didn't call it anything. But do you know that before night, that thing I wanted for it, I got it times 8. That is to tell you that there are certain, that everything is energy. So the first action you must avoid is your words. Know that words are spells. Words is kind of hypnotism. The direction I want to say this is in terms of farmers majorly. This video will benefit more of farmers, but also it's beneficial for everybody, because most of us in this channel we use leaf for our spiritual work. And if you form the habit that if you are the one that is going to get this leaf and you talk to it, because they are living, before even plucking it, it will work faster for you. And not just that you talk to it, you need to also understand this. everybody ought to be a farmer. The recent happening in Nigeria now has shown us that it's even farmers that are making it, where you will find it very difficult for you to access cash. And then when you now goes to buy things, they will say do transfer. Most local farmers will tell you, I don't have bank account. You see yourself struggling in the bank just for you to satisfy farmers. At the end of the day, they are the one that have the cash. Something happened. I saw somebody doing POS 65 for 5,000. I was giving like 50 naira. I was like, how come 50? It's not even for 1,000 a kind of a bundle. 1,000 note. He now say, I bought the money. I say, how come? He say that in the evening we go to market, the international market in the location where I live in. Then he will now buy the cash from people who have finished selling that have bank accounts. Some of them will have bank accounts, still pretend they don't have. Then when he buy that cash, then he normally buy 5,000 for 5,500. He comes to sell it 6,500, extra 1,000 gain. Now, with all these things, believe me, there's one thing that is important. Everybody need to start farming, because according to the history class, the School of Thought in Economics, they say the wealth of the nation is in the nature. Not until you go back to nature, that is only nature that answers to multiplication. If you put one maize, believe me that it will bring a sheet of maize. That is experiment they use. And then when you get a sheet of maize, that's one full corn cob like this, it can give you bag of maize, and one bag of maize can give you 100 bags of maize. That is how everything you put in nature answers to multiplication. And I wish to bring it to your notice, as the farming season is coming, please endeavor to farm. Don't tell me you're living in places where there's no opportunity or land to farm. You have to develop innovative way of farming, like you can get a basin, a bucket, even a jerry can that is already leaking. Cut it open, pour sand in it, and then put some manure and plant. Keep it even inside your house. There are certain leaves, and I made that video about certain leaves that you never be looked for in your house and will not be found. So that is, by the way. Now, the actions I'm talking about is, number one, your words. When you want to plant any seed, talk to that seed and say, see, as I want to plant, even though I know that corn normally brings 2, you are going to bring 5 for me, and I want you to get me bountiful harvest. You talk to it with conviction that that seed hears it. Your word is energy. Likewise, it works in everything. You have goods in your shop that you are finding hard to sell. Talk to those goods that are commanding you, locate your buyers, and let you be exchanged with money. I have not brought you into this shop to remain, I have brought you to be sold. Believe me, words are spells. Don't have you noticed that most of the spiritual work we do, one of the things that back it up to work is actually the words you speak into it, the prayers you make. If you did not speak anything, you have not started doing anything. So take charge of your word. Be only every time speak positive, and then have that positive mindset, because out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Even if you are speaking and your mind don't believe it, it will not work. You have to have made that video that God say, come, let us make man in his own image. The spirit, soul, and body have to agree in one thing in order for it to work. So that is number one. Number two is respect nature. Just as you are struggling to survive, all of them are struggling to survive. I say the time with your number, don't urinate on leaves, don't urinate on grasses. These same leaves are the one that you use to do spiritual work. And live in Nigeria is live in America, live in outside the road where you are passing is also live in your own compound. All of them communicate, they speak like we human beings. You know that spirituality is very, very broad. Do you know that there are people that are gifted in speaking with grasses, that they talk, they respond? And then there are different divers of gifts as far as spirituality is concerned. If you meet such people, they will be able to tell you that true that these things talk, they have ear, they have mouth. Now, when you form the habit of urinating on them, any form of grass, green leaf, anyone at all, they will somehow send a message to all the leaves in this world, telling them that you in particular, you are wicked. And everything we do in this world, including spiritual world, do you know that it's a seed? Do you know that some spiritual work you did, you think that never worked for you, is waiting for your children to reap? Have you ever seen some family, everything the children are doing is progressing? They don't even need to do spiritual, anything they touch. Some of them shake their background. Their parents did a lot of spiritual work, which they don't even know about. And because the parent did not transfer it to them, You will see that family, when that generation pass, the next generation will amount to nothing. So some spiritual work, you even think that it didn't work for you, is waiting for your children to reap. Now, when you have formed the habit of urinating on these plants, and then you will discover that because you are abusing them, they will now communicate and tell every other leaf that this person is wicked. And then every spiritual work you do, that's where you see spiritual work not working for you. And the same thing will transfer to your generation, and it sees that you have sown the seed of habit. Please, no matter how pressed you are, try and find ordinary plain sand. And you need, I know sometimes we can't help it, we may be pressed. Don't urinate. Some people, I am talking to somebody that comes from some eastern part of the state. And then he was telling me that something happened, that suddenly they discovered that they cannot plant cocoyam and they get it again. That before they used to be highest producers of cocoyam. That now one native doctor now told them that the cocoyam in that place is very, very angry. That most of them goes to a kind of a ghost toilet in the bush, and they will know how cocoyam and the leaves are. They will now cut the leaf and use it to clean their a kind of buttocks. So after doing that, that the cocoyam had a meeting that they will never grow in that land. That today, when they try to plant coconut a yam, it will not grow. So these things are beings they hear. If you are a farmer, please, please, and please stop urinating on all these leaves if you want to get highest yield. Then even if you're not a farmer, so long as you do spiritual work with these leaves, please stop urinating on them if you want them to work perfectly for you. The next one is, as a farmer, never you bring people to come to your farm to buy anything, even if you are a kind of, you are livestock farm, maybe you are doing poultry farm, goat farm, cow farm. It's not a must that it must be crops that you are planting. Don't. They all have ears, they talk, they will say, oh, this, all this love that this man is showing us. When we are pregnant, he will tell us deliver five. Sometimes we draw five in the wall, because these are some of the ways of manifestation. I have kind of mentioned it before, and it's in the Bible how Jacob was able to be doubling his wages. That whenever he agreed with Laban that this is actually the wage he's going to get, he will go to the wall. If it is black sheep that they agree, he will just draw it in the wall. As those sheep are eating and looking at the wall, when they drink water, they will look. They will look. Well, it will be reflecting on whatever they are carrying, and they will start delivering that particular type of sheep that he has negotiated with the father-in-law, that will be his wage. The same principle works till today. If you want your animals to be delivering twins, you can actually be drawing them where they are 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 3. You will be surprised that a goat that normally delivers one in another person's hand will come to your hand and deliver 3 or 4. Now, and the way you care for them, even when before they get pregnant, you will be talking to them that I want you to be delivering twins to me. For me, 5, 5 is what I need from you. 3 is what, and you are feeding them well, because faith with your work is dead. You will not expect a goat to give you 5 children and you are not feeding it well. Now, when they now finish delivering and you want to sell it, you carry some human being here and come to that particular place to buy it. They will communicate among themselves that, oh, all this love that this man is showing us is actually because he wants to make money from us. From that, they wash your yield. It will begin to yield small. They will no longer deliver like that. If it's a goat that gives you 3 before, it start giving you 2 or 1. Likewise, leaves. When you are planting leaves, don't bring somebody to your farm. Make sure you take it to the market. Any product, let's say yam, let's say cassava, let's say corn, harvest it and take it to the market and sell. That is why market is existing. Don't bring somebody in your farm and negotiate and then start harvesting it there to sell to that person. Wash out your yield the next time. It will reduce because of that singular action. So this is another way that you can actually increase your profitability and productivity. Again, you should know that just as we have everything is two in this world, male and female, leaves, seeds have male and female species. Now, if you are a farmer and you want to get bountiful yield in this season, please always look for female seeds to plant. Go to those that are doing horticulture, those that are in charge. Maybe you are going to buy that seedling. Try to make them help you discover the female a kind of seeds and plant the female, like maize. You want to get best out of maize, where somebody's your own corn cob may be 5 instead of 3, normal 2 and 1. try to get the female seeds and plant. Like I know that the female seed of maize is more smaller, not those ones that are very, very big. When you plant it, you see that you have more yield. When you talk to it, because it's women that actually have that womb to carry a lot of children inside them. So that is how it is also in the a kind of seed. So when you talk to them, you see that capacity to bring more will be there. But when you plant male seeds, there is limit to its a kind of its performance. So you need to find people doing horticulture, people that are in charge. If you are buying that seed, go to specialists that in that area. Let them show you female seed. Cultivate the habit of planting female seed. Though when it comes to spiritual work, each of them have their peculiarities. But now I'm talking of productivity and profit making in farm. So you need to plant female seed. Ask them to help you discover female seed. When you plant it, believe me, your yield will be different from what it used to be. I want everybody that is practicing farming in this channel, even if you are not practicing, you are showing it to people, showing this video to people that are farming, to come back and testify how their yield is this year after they must have harvested it. Believe me, it's going to be different. But don't forget me in your kingdom. Even after planting your seed, continue talking to it. Words are energy. Believe me, it is your words and your mind that will actually grow your crop better. If you have that mind that this particular crop that's supposed to grow have a kind of two seeds, like let's say corn, we have five. Believe me, speak it to it, it will work. Where we are living, we planted a mango. That mango is not even up to 3 years, and it's by human standard and calculation, it's not supposed to start fruiting. But my husband talked to it and say, I want you to fruit this year. That the axe is laid on any plant. That if you don't produce, I'll bring you down. Believe me, everybody want to survive. Nobody want to die, including that particular seed that you have planted. Suddenly, that mango fruited last year, and this year, see the fruits on it in it uncountable. So you can actually harness your energy and everything as they're growing, continue speaking positive to them. And then from time to time, you visit your farm and you talk to it, talk to your goats and say, and ask them to continue growing fat for you. They should deliver five. It works like magic because they are all beings. They here. Show the love just like you show human being love. Not you just go and draw one anyhow with your permission. That comes to my next one. If you actually want to use any of this leaf for a kind of spiritual work, always take permission. How do you take permission? You can get a kind of water. You can't come to somebody that is sleeping and take anything. Most of the times, leaf goes to sleep by 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So any leaf you are fetching from unless it's special spiritual direction, like I know that past video I made about how to cure arthritis, body pain, and others, that I said it fetch that leaf between 10 to 10:15 to work for you. That one is separate. Now, accept if there is specific spiritual direction like that, fetch leave by between 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Anything short of that, that leaf might be sleeping when you come, and because it didn't talk to, it didn't take permission, it feels like disturb. I may even get angry and will not work. So when you want to fetch it, take permission. You can actually knock so as to wake it. You can shake it a little bit, say a nice word. You can actually pour water on it, like watering it, not anyhow, with respect, and then talk to it. I want to use you for money making recipe. Please work for me. Believe me, it works. This is not like a kind of diabolical or like you are worshiping the no. You still give your glory to God. Even when you are using it, you pray to God to use it as a point of contact to work for you. But there are energies, they are living like you. Talk to them as living things. See them as things that are living, that have ears, they hear. Believe me, you will start making tremendous progress. If you even transfer this knowledge to every other thing you are doing business, talk to that business. You are going to work, talk to your work and say, this work, I am not here this year to be stagnant. As I'm preparing this morning to go, whether my yoga like it or not, it's going to give me promotion. Be making that positive affirmation, told you that everything you release as energy in terms of world in universe works for you. And believe me, if it's marriage, you talk like that. This year is not a year of being single. I must get my marriage, my life partner this year. Whether it is convenient to the devil or not, I care less to know. All I know is that the universe will perform its miracle and send me my right partner with the cooperation of the Almighty God and my guardian angel. How it will work, it will happen, will be a magic to you. So with this, I've actually come to the end of today's video. today's video, believing that some people have actually find value. If you are one of them, why not give me that thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to get my next upload. Comment on this video, share this video, and share it to everyone. You might actually be helping a lot of people as you do all this. May God bless you, honor you, cause you to ride upon the high places of this earth. See your lady Jenny saying bye bye.